Treats, 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 the treats you nibble, the nibbles you eat. Hello everyone, I'm Tupperware Pete. G'day, g'day. I am going to be doing Biscoff cheesecake. Maybe, if I feel so inspired, we might put something on the top. But somebody, thank you very much, dropped off some Biscoff to me. So I have got some Biscoff milk chocolate biscuits. I have got some Biscoff, these are snack packs. Well, I should have unwrapped them beforehand. That's going to take an extra minute and a half. That's okay. These are the Biscoff snack packs. I tell you, I am addicted to the Biscoff. And I have got, look, they are. I didn't know you could get snack pack Biscoff. How awesome is that? So you don't have to eat an entire packet. Because once it's opened, you know, you can store it in Tupperware or you can just eat it. So, we've got those. And I've got a jar of Biscoff Smooth Tupperware. Let's get cracking. I am going to, in here... Oh, actually, you know what this product's called, don't you? No need to ask, it's a smooth operator. It's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. It is a smooth operator. First you cut and then you slice like a blender. Tupperware scissors. Grab the Tupperware scissors. Open them up for easy cleaning. You know, if you're slicing through like a chicken or a, steak, you're chopping up your own steak for, a stew or something, or some spring onions. People often ask me if I have children. I say, I've got some spring onions out the back, and they're a challenge, let me tell you. We are going to, in here, in our supersonic chopper, we are going to blitz up some Biscoff biscuits. Thank you, Lukey, for sending me some Biscoff. We've got this happening in here. Here we go. All right. Now, I perhaps could have done this before I started, but I didn't realise they were a snack pack Biscoff. Oh, we could add this into our snack hack attack, couldn't we? Now, what are we doing? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many we're going to do. Let's do a few more. Let's move these over here. So, with the Tupperware scissors, and with all of the other metal that Tupperware produces and creates, they recommend not to pop the metal into a dishwasher, just so that it can extend the life of it. Some of the dishwashing agents can contain like some caustic soda, and that's what they actually use to clean your dishes. So if you are using a good quality, then have a think about popping your metal in the dishwasher or just giving it a quick soft hand wash with a gentle cloth, and that's going to be fine, I reckon. So let's just have a look. Maybe we'll do one more. Some Biscoff biscuits into there. Most Tupperware, well, a lot of Tupperware that was made after ABBA won Eurovision in the 70s can go into the dishwasher. All right, so we will just pop that straight into here. We are not going to use the what's the name, but we are going to, before we blitz that, let's move all this out of the way, and we will melt some butter. This is the Micro Cook Pitcher Set. It's made out of a product called Microtherm, which is unique to Tupperware. I've got this. I've sold all of my measuring cups, even the ones from my kitchen, because they've been so popular. But I've hung on to this. I am not selling this one at all, because this is a set of 6 measuring cups in 2 Micro Cook pitchers, or 2 jugs. It's like a saucepan for the microwave. So on one side here, you can measure up in cups. So you can measure up all of your little measurements in cups. On the other side, you can measure up in millage, and that's in 25ml increments, right? So you've got half a litre, all of your little millage in there, and it tells you on the bottom it's 500 mils. This smaller one, this is the one that I keep for the water in my iron, because it's got like a perfect little pouring, that's what I use for my water, for my iron. On this side, you've got your 1/4 cup increments up to 1 cup. On this side, you've got your millage up to 200 mils. And on the bottom, you've got half a teaspoon, and you've got, what else is there? It's a set of measuring cups and a set of saucepans that go into your microwave. I am going to melt some butter. I keep my butter in a Clearmate. I keep my butter in a Clearmate container. A Clearmate for my butter. I have got 250 grams of butter in here. And what I'm going to do is, it would have been helpful if I had remembered to grab a knife. So, all I'm going to do is grab this spoon. Let's see. All right, so we're going to do, we'll pop that into there. We'll pop that into there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 tablespoons, 60 grams, something like that. We'll pop that into here and we will just pop that in for 30 seconds. While that's in there, let's blitz up our Biscoff biscuits. Now, if you want it to be chunky, just a few pulls of the cord will happen. However, we want it to be blitzed, so we just blitz it with a few more pulls of the cord. You will have people arguing over whose turn it is to chop the veggies when you use this. You can hide your kale and your broccoli and your mushrooms. Too soon? All right, so we've got that into there. This is our, yum-oh, look at this. Upside down, Miss Jane, that keeps all the mess in there. This is our Biscoff biscuit base. How delicious is that? We are going to grab our mixing bowl and we will throw this into here. And we will, there we go. We've got our butter and, because butter is better, and that's 30 seconds. I'm just going to mix it around. We've still got a few little solid pieces of butter. We want to totally melt that. We'll pop it in for another 30 seconds. Look at this. How fine is that? Yum-oh. So all we're going to do is add some butter to that. Hopefully that's enough butter. What I'm going to do then is, I've just washed, this is the Tupperware silicone cookware. I have got the muffin forms. Now, I never dry them with a tea towel. You just let it air dry, basically. But before you use it, if you wash it with hot soapy water before you use it with each use, that's going to activate the non-stickness to it. Do not spray them. Those sprays are not healthy and they deteriorate the silicone. There's no latex in the Tupperware silicone, which means if you've got a latex allergy, it's very safe. If you are using a spray, that will react with the latex. Do not use a spray. There's no latex in here anyway. And you wash it with hot soapy water before you use it, right? We've got that into there. So, I mean, the spray will act with, did I say the spray will act with the latex? No, the spray acts with the silicone. Do not spray it because it will deteriorate. Make sure that you just wash it with hot soapy water before each use. And after each use as well. All right, so there's our butter perfectly melted. Look at this. There's our butter perfectly melted. Let's pour this straight into here. And we will, yum-oh. And we will just mix that to combine it. So can we see what we're doing here? And we will, yum-oh. So all I'm now going to do is grab my silicone cookware. I've got this on an Ultra Pro cover base. Put the teeth back in. Ultra Pro cover base. The Ultra Pro and the silicone, they can all go into the freezer, the microwave, the oven, and the dishwasher. And so this is what you do your Sunday roast in, right? That'll go into the oven. This will go into the oven. The whole lot will go into the freezer as well. So they make a really good pairing, okay? So we've got this in here. Let's just throw in a tablespoon of this mixture into the We're making individual little cheesecakes. We'll just throw in a tablespoon of this. We are going to be making, this is going to make 6. If we had used the rest of the packet, that would probably turn out to be a dozen. But we're just going to do 1 tray because we're not feeding the neighbourhood. I mean, we can do. You don't win friends with salad. All right, we'll pop that in here. In here, this is the Tupperware squeezy bottle that I keep my tomato sauce in, but it's the perfect size if you want to just push down on that biscuit base and make that sort of compact. It's very rustic. So that's it there. We will pop that into there and we will lick that later. We've got that into there. Right, now what we're going to do in here, I'll show you what we're going to do. In the small one of the jug, Actually, this is the ultra clear. Isn't it ultra sexy? I love it for the pantry. I've got ovals and I've got squares in here because you can label it up, but because it's clear, you can easily monitor what you've got inside. So in here, I have got some gelatin stays. No, I've got some gelatin leaves. We are going to just slice this open. And look at that. Let's use, we're gonna use two gelatin sheets, I think. Well, you know, why not? So we've got that. Let's just slice this open. What's up? So it fits in there. And I've got some hot water, but before we do that, what we're going to do is, what are we going to do? In here, this is the large version. They come in a few different colours, right? Every now and again, they'll change the colours. Tupperware's like fashion. Food is like fashion. So it goes with the season, right? So this is the saucepan that goes into the microwave. It's 1 litre. The measurement's on the inside, so you don't have to keep turning it around and figuring out what's what, right? I've got my jar of Biscoff, brand new. Oh, hang on a minute. We might need a knife to open this up. Here we go. There we go. Right. There. Now, what we'll do is, of course, they're going in the bin. What are we going to do? Right, we're going to do about half of this jar of Biscoff into here. Why not? Because it's delicious. It's just like a little special treat, really, isn't it? So we'll do about half the jar in there. I have got this box of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, did you know cream cheese, it lasts forever. So you can buy it now, and in 6 months' time, you can go, oh, we've still got that cream cheese there. Let's make something with it, right? So when it's on sale, you can stock up. So you can grab a couple of boxes, and it's going to last for at least 6 months in your refrigerator, if not longer. Just check the difference between a best before date and a use by date. Because if it's best before, you can still use it after the best before date. I do. I haven't grown a third head yet. All right, let us pop this in here. We're going to do the whole lot of cream cheese in here. What I like to do, what is fun with this, you grab the top, pop that on there, and I'm trying to do this so that you can see what I'm doing and then you just literally pull that out and that scrapes the bag for you. Right, so we've got that into there. So that's that into there. We are going to, I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to pop it on for 30 seconds, 30-second bursts, right? While that's in there, that's my gelatin, which I'm going to add to it once it comes out. I was going to throw in condensed milk, but let's give it a condensed milk free. We won't use the condensed milk. But what I wanted to show you, while we've got the supersonic chopper out, I have just had my strawberries. Strawberries were on sale. I thought, oh my goodness, this is delicious. I've grabbed half a kilo. It's like a 500-gram punnet. I've filled this up with water. I've sprinkled some bicarb or baking soda over the top. If there's any little hidden sneaky protein bits that are hiding in my strawberries, they're going to wriggle themselves out. All the impurities will come out. Let that soak for a few minutes. Tip the water out. We just give that a bit of a spin. And then that's going to spin dry it. All the centrifugal force pushes the water to the edge. It comes right down to the bottom. This is, oh look, there's even more that's come out there, right? There's a little bump that sits on. So if you are storing fruit salad or seafood, the juices are going to drain away, which means it's going to last for a lot longer. If you're a home grower, or even if you're buying fruit and veggies from the shops, any of your leafy greens, pop them in there, give them a wash, give them a spin dry. You do need a couple of these because if you are going camping, you can pop your smalls in here, a little bit of, nappy sand or something. You don't need to rinse. And then it'll wash itself for you as you're driving over a bumpy road, right? So you've got that in there. Let's have a look. This has been in for 30 seconds. We are not quite melted away here. Let's grab... All right, so I reckon we pop that in for another 30 or minute or so. While that's in here, let's just, I need a bigger kitchen. All right. No, I don't. I just need to get organised, and Tupperware can help me do it. So we've got that. Let's grab some strawberries, and I'm just going to, I'm just going to top and tail these, or just chop them, get rid of the topping bits, right? And we will just move the bin a little bit closer. Oh, hang on. I'm not a woman, but I am learning how to multitask. It's a challenge. It's a skill that can be developed, let me tell you, right? Let's move this out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Ooh, we're getting there. That, perfect. Perfect. So that was in for a minute. That cream cheese was softened. And that was about half a... Oh, yum. Look, if you want to add in condensed milk, go for it. Actually, I am tempted to add in the condensed milk. This is just a rough mix. You know what? I am going to add in some condensed milk, right? Now, you can use the ring pull. Have you ever opened a can and it's got a ring pull and the ring pull snapped off and you need the can opener anyway? Or have you ever opened a ring pull and it's like there's a really sharp edge? The Tupperware can opener will not leave any sharp edges whatsoever. Hear that click? See how that's never touched food yet? You grab the little beak, pop that over the can, one hand on the can, see? See how this has still never touched any food? That goes back into the drawer or hanging up wherever it is, and then you grab your other spatula. We are going to throw in some... Here, let's just do this. We'll throw in about half a jar of condensed milk, and then... Yum-o! Look, it's a dessert. We're not going to have like the whole cake or the whole... That's why we're doing little mini ones, right? So we will just mix this up. Mix that up through. Yum-o, yum-o. Look, this is what it looks like. It's looking delicious. Absolutely delicious, right? So what we're going to do is... I am going to... So that we've got the same amount... Do you have people in your house that they say, oh, your piece is bigger than mine? Use a Tupperware ladle, then everybody gets the same amount, right? So we'll pop that into there. Let's just scoop that out. And we will pop them into here. Oh my goodness. This is almost like caramel. So we'll just scoop that out into there. We will scoop that out into there. It's such, the Tupperware ladle... This size here is perfect for pancakes, pikelets. I may or may not have eaten hot pot using a Tupperware ladle as my spoon. We will pop that into there. That is going to be... Yum-o. Got to work quickly so that it doesn't set. Okay, this is... Oh, yum. Oh! Okay, then what we might do is... What's a baking experience unless you lick the bowl? That's why we're not using the Tupperware spatula. Because if you do use the Tupperware spatula... You ready? When you use the Tupperware spatula, there's nothing left to lick. So, let's just make sure we get all of that in here. Just makes it easier, do you know what I mean? Here we go. Look at that. Just cleans up the bowl for you. Okay. Now, yum-o. It's very rustic, like I said. You can just pop this whole thing in the freezer or the refrigerator, depending on how much space you've got and where it is, right? Then what we might do is, you know what I might do? Let's grab the little bubby. Oh, we might actually use some, I forgot the gelatin. We've got condensed milk, that's okay. Oh, actually, let's Let's grab, we've got the, in here, I've got, so in the small one here, I've got the gelatin in here. Let's just use a couple of tablespoons of hot water. And we will literally just pop that in the microwave for 10 seconds. So we will do 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 10 seconds is going to be plenty. We will just grab our Tupperware whisk. We'll whisk that around. And what I'm going to do is we will whisk that around, and let's just work quickly, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz all this strawberry straight up into here, and we will add that into the... Let's just... This is what... this is the smooth chopperator, the small smooth chopperator. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a supersonic chopper. The small one of those. This is what I use when I do my strawberry chia seed jam. Let's blitz this up, baby. We are going to blitz that right up like that. We will grab a... I don't know where all the spatulas are. Let's quickly throw this into this gelatin. We will mix all of this around. Throw that into there. And just give that a bit of a stir. Mix that all through there. So the natural pectin in the fruit, in that strawberry, is going to blend in with the gelatin. That's going to make it set. Let's just grab another, we will grab a teaspoon, and we will just do a little layer of that over the top. Maybe a couple of teaspoons over the top. Look, I'm not a chef. Tupperware taught me how to cook. But when you have the Tupperware products, you can get creative and you can do restaurant quality food at home. Don't go out and pay $12 for these with a cup of coffee or whatever. Just make them at home, pop them in the freezer, pop them in a Tupperware container. And whenever you want a bit of a sweet treat, the sweets you nibble, the nibbles you eat. We will just pop that straight into there. That's going to give us a nice little bit of a... There we go. You get the idea, right? We'll pop that into there. While... You know what I reckon we'll do? That just had butter in. Let's drizzle... Let's melt some of this more Biscoff. And we'll just drizzle that over the top. Look, you could add in peanut butter with this as well. Look, and if you had 300 mils of cream, you could probably whip that up as well, right? So let's just pop this into here. We'll pop that in, and we'll just melt that, and we'll drizzle that over. We'll pop that into the refrigerator or the freezer to freeze. And oh my goodness, if you do have any of the Tupperware snack cups, they might even fit in the Tupperware snack cup. Right, you can take that to lunch and have a nice little homemade sweet treat while everyone's, going off to the bakery. You can save money and have your own that you made from home. There, oh look at that. That has melted perfectly. 30 seconds in the microwave. You could probably do with a little bit more. I know. So what we're going to do is, that's terrific. I will just make sure we do that. Let's grab a spoon. And then we'll just drizzle some over the top. And you can throw in, look, I had a Milky Bar with Biscoff in it, but it was so delicious I ate it. So you could have even thrown in chunks of that, right? And actually, you know what else I've got? Let's pretend that this is drizzled beautifully, because it is, right? And we will, wonder what does that taste like? Oh my goodness. Heaven! I'm in heaven! This Biscoff is divine, right? Let's move this. We have got some of these Biscoff biscuits. We will throw in some of this Biscoff biscuits in here as well, because Why not? Why not, right? Throw in a couple of those, and we will throw in a couple of those. But how easy is this, right? You can make it fun, you can pretty it up, you can have fancy desserts at home. Thank you, Tupperware. And then we can pop that into the refrigerator or the freezer. I know it does look messy, but once we pop it in the fridge or the freezer, it'll look beautiful. It'll be moulded just like these. That's what they'll look like. That'll be the shape that what they'll look like. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. And in the meantime, oh, hang on. Oh, you know what I've done? I've forgotten something. Do you know what I've forgotten? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy. I danced the cares away. I shouted and got happy. I'll cook for you another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.